right, welcome to my channel, and thanks for those who have subscribed. If you're not yet a subscriber, click on the subscription or subscribe button, and give a thumbs up if this video helps you. Now today we'll be looking at how you can actually use a VPS on your phone without having a PC at all. Okay, run a VPS on your phone without having a laptop. So what is VPS? VPS is virtual private server. Okay, virtual private server. Okay, and this is what you use to actually run a HIHI that banks use to actually keep your data active, so that when you actually try to log in and do everything at the time, it will not give you a system downtime or anything, so that you can actually, they can be active, stay online, and you can call for anything and it will respond immediately. So that is what VPS really means. So, and for us as a forex trader, so we use VPS for either we're using it with a copier, that local trade copiers that you use to copy trade on an account or other accounts to several accounts, or you use it for HIHI purpose, that you run a VPS on and HIHI on VPS, so that even when you shut down your system or you shut down your phone, the VPS can keep running, and because it's running, the robot is running, the HIHI is running, and it kept taking trade, maybe profitable trade or the other way around. It kept working, so it's not going to have problem with network. Now with VPS, people always look at how expensive VPS are. Yes, there are very reliable companies that can actually promise you like up to 99.9% uptime, meaning that the system will not have a downtime at all. It will not shut down. You will be completely online. There's nothing like network issue. There's nothing like battery or anything. So it stay awake online. But most of these companies charges are high for new beginners like you that want to just test things out, that don't just even know if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. So the best thing to do is to go for like something like cheap, and I will not really advise you to go for the ones that are free, because Google also have one that offers for free. Not that they really offer it for free, but to start, you can actually enjoy free service if you have a credit card. But that thing is actually a little bit complicated to run, to activate, and you also have to keep checking and monitoring the credit score that they give to you, so that once the credit score finish, you can disable and ensure that your card is not caught up when the thing, because if you are caught up with it, the charges is extremely high that Google just charge. Okay, like I use a cheap VPS that I will drop in a link, and which is good. As in the time I've been using it, I've seen that they are good. That's why they're very, very cheap. As in very, very cheap. In a month, you pay less than $10 in a month. And I'm telling you, in the whole of the space, that is one of the ridiculous price that you will find for a VPS service. Okay, a PC, a dedicated PC for you that you're given that runs 24/7 for 30 days for just less than $10. So for a start, you can actually subscribe to those and enjoy it, use it for what you want to use it for, even if it may have a little glitches that you may see, which I've not really seen much from my end, and I will tell you the little I saw so far. And you can actually grow bigger and use bigger services, probably not with them, or probably still with them. Now, I said they might have little challenges. That before I started using them, I actually reach out to their customer service and make inquiries that, okay, what if I want to run, how many apps can I run on a VPS that is the lowest payment that I will actually have to open on the PC at a go? So they said two, that I can run up to 2 applications for the cheapest. But when I actually subscribe to the VPS, I open 4 meta traders, which I will open, I will open my VPS and you will see it. So I opened 4 MetaTrader on it and it still works. The only thing I find out is that because of the memory, the space, because the space that I was given, the memory is 1 gig RAM and the space was 25 gig. So I think because of the space, I always, sometimes the system just have to, that when I'm using it, I will realize that the system shuts down and it has to restart. But one thing that I still don't get, which I've seen, was that despite that, if I take trade, because I use it with my copier, if I take trade with my phone, like outside the VPS completely, like my normal MetaTrader on my phone, like a normal phone MetaTrader, it will sense it and take trade across board. Despite that, I felt I was logged out and I have to log in over again. So I realized that despite that, the thing is up and running, as in very, very running. So understanding this fact that, okay, I realized that, okay, it was actually my fault from my end, their own end. The PC is completely on and I don't know, it was still on. Despite that, I have a little challenge from my own end. The PC is still running, meaning that if I run and hear, it doesn't really affect my hear. That is what my observation with the VPS. If you ask me how that happens, sincerely, I don't really know much about that. So let's leave that, and understanding that that is what VPS is. Now, the first thing you want to do is to first of all subscribe to the VPS service. So like, if you would like to actually subscribe to the one I just used, use the link that I drop here in the description. I drop the link so that you not just find difficulties to locate. Then once you've registered with them, you've done your proper registration and everything, you pay for the service. So let's just walk you through how to do that. So now this is the VPS. This is my own VPS and I've logged in already. So my VPS. So let's say since I'm here, then I can click on home. So if you also subscribe, like this will be the home that you will have. You can see I have an active service, not that I'm just making mouth about it. So let's first of all do this. Okay, I have this as USD. Then I can move to this place and come to the services. Okay, we want to look at the service that they offer, then other new service. Remember, I already have an active. If you don't have, you will be the one to actually select. Now you see on manage VPS, just go to scroll menu, then come to category, then you come to Forex VPS. Just as simple as that. You can see that you can actually move from Forex Express VPS, you can move it all the way to the enterprise. Then the way you move it, the memory will increase, the processor, I don't think the processor will increase, but I know the disk space will increase. Then the charges will also increase. Like you can see this, the total package is 8.41 in a month. Now if I move it away here, you can see that the memory has increased to 2 gig and the processor has also increased, the space has increased, the bandwidth has increased, and the pay is 15.5. Then if you move all the way to the platinum, the platinum is 4 gig, 12 core CPU, 80 gig space, and 2 terabyte bandwidth, and you can see the charges is 28.82, which is still very reasonable than many VPS company. Many VPS company will start from this 29.8. I mean, the cheapest that you will see from them will be from this point. Now this is their highest. I mean, the cheap VPS, this is the highest that they offer, the highest that they offer. So as a starting, you don't need to actually do much. Maybe you're just even running and here on just only your MetaTrader, one MetaTrader. I'm using 4 MetaTrader with just one. I pay just less than $10, the $8 also. So you don't have to feel like maybe you have to subscribe to Platinum at the beginning. You don't really need that. So go like this, and you click on order, make payments. When you do all those, then fine. Once you make payments, they will send, you register with your email, they will send you the payment information to your email. Now when they send you the payment information to your email, what the information they will send is the IP, the username, and the password. So those 3 information, you will write them down. When you write them down, then the next thing you want to do is to download remote desktop on your phone. Now you've seen that I did not really open a laptop for anything. Now I just use a phone. So the next thing you need to do is to download remote desktop on your phone. So you go to your store, whether you are using an Apple, that's iPhone or iPad. I have an iPad and I have the remote desktop on my iPad. So you don't have to tell me that you can't find it there. It is there. So I have it here also on my phone. So you just download the remote desktop by Microsoft. Now this is very important. It must be Microsoft Corporation that actually do it. Not that it must be, but for for genuineness, for because they are good. Let me just use that because it is one of the high rated one. So you can see the rating 4.0. So you should know that. So if you could come, then you just open. Now when you open your remote desktop, it just because me have actually log into mine. If you've not logged into yours, they will actually ask you to log in. So you will supply the first page that it will display. You will see the space for your IP address. Once you put the IP address, there's some information that you can skip. You don't need to put all those things. Just scroll down to the next button. When you click to the next button, the next thing you want to do after the next is to the place actually give you the room for what do you call it, the username and the password. Once you enter the username and the password and it's correct, automatically it will open a desktop for you on your phone, just as if you open a desktop. You can see this is like a window completely. You can see. So I'm using my pen. So the pen is so sensitive, so I would like to be careful a little bit. So that you can see now. But if I take the pen off and I use my hand to explain, it will not drag. So let's just, you can see now I have to touch it now. I'm touching it currently, but if I'm using my pen, I don't really need to touch it. I just need to move the pen closer. So the pen is the one sensing. So now we are here already. Like I said, since you don't have a PC, if you don't have a PC, the next thing you want to do is to come to the browser and download MetaTrader. You can see that I have 4 MetaTrader, like I promise you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 1, 4 MetaTrader. Now, if you don't have Firefox, you will have Chrome. If you don't have Chrome, you will have Internet Explorer. Anyone you have. Browser is browser. Go to MetaTrader, go to the search icon and search for MetaTrader 5, MT5. Download MT5 on your device. Once you download, first of all, once you download it, you will see it. Then launch it like the way you used to launch your MetaTrader with your phone. Then they will ask you to put in all the necessary details of the login. If you download the MetaCoach MetaTrader, you know that you have to click on open new account. And then when it will ask you to search for your broker, you search your broker out the way you use your phone. Then you move on to existing account, put in your login and your password, then log in. Once you log into your MetaTrader, then you can come back to your browser. When you come to your browser, remember I said keep it in your all what you want to use, meaning that if you want to use EA, keep the EA inside your Telegram. When you keep that EA inside your Telegram, just come back to this place and just search Telegram out. Okay, let me just let me put this in horizontal fashion. Okay, so we want to use this. So the next thing we want to do is to type Telegram. Remember, what we really need now is the Telegram, not the we've resolved the issue of that MetaTrader. But if you don't get, I've resolved that actually. Well, I've done that already. So because of this, so you click on this again. That's this keyboard sign that you show on your screen is the keyboard that you can actually enable and disable. So I just disable it back. So you can see telegram.org. So just click on it, or you come to the Telegram web. Since we want to use the Telegram web on the phone, okay, so we come here to the Telegram web. So let me just, sorry. So it asks you that whether you scan. Now, if you don't have another device, so just log in by phone number. Okay, log in by phone number to your Telegram. So now put your phone number. Don't mind, this is because of the VPS that is making it to show VPN Netherlands. I'm not from Netherlands, I'm from Nigeria. So you change the country, you put your phone number, then you log into your Telegram. Once you log into your Telegram, just download the same MetaTrader, double click on it. Once you double click, just like the way device works, once you download it, automatically you can come to this file explorer here. So that's open. Then I can come to download. I will scroll down to download. Now, one thing that I need you to understand, I'm using S Pen. S Pen is what make it look a little bit easy. Okay, I need to clarify that. S Pen is what make it a little bit easy in the place of this navigation of this cursor. Now, the cursor is not that easy if you're using phone. I need to be realistic with you. So you have to be using your hand to drag the cursor to any place and place it on it. When you place it on it, then you click it again. Like I have moved the cursor now to this place, then I will now double click it again. When I double click it, it will now open. That's the way it will work on your phone. I need to be realistic. That's the only difficulties that you will have. Now, once you have downloaded, you move, then you copy that same thing. The here that you have downloaded will be here. Whether you will see inside your download, you will see the Telegram, all the information of the Telegram. Double click on it and just install it. Now, I said double click because once you double click on anything for MetaTrader 5 on any here, whether a custom indicator or here for MetaTrader 5, automatically your MetaTrader 5 will sense it and it will save it automatically. So you don't really need to copy and go to the file folder, data folder, and place it inside Spark. You don't need to go through that stress. Just click, double click. Once you double click, immediately it will save in your MetaTrader 5 and you will see the directory where it is on your MetaTrader 5. When you see it where it is in your MetaTrader 5, you know your MetaTrader 5 has loaded automatically. Then run the robot or the here, anyone you call it. Enable algo trading at the top right corner, top left corner. Then your here is set once you have put all the settings in place. As in, just as simple as that. You don't really need a system. Like all this thing I've been doing right here, you can see I did not engage a system to help me out. I use the same phone for the same thing. And once you set that up automatically, and you can minimize the desktop and the remote PC from your screen. Okay, so let's do it one by one and minimize. So I'm in the remote PC still. Then I will just, like an Android phone, you just come here, I'm back. I can always come back to the remote desktop or leave it. Now the remote desktop is already active. I've put everything in place and everything is running. And sincerely, no payments, no any need for a PC rather. Again, I've made payments to the VPS company. The VPS company is expected not to fail me, so the here will be running just like that if I'm using an here. If it is Scorpio that I've set up on multiple accounts, I will just be trading directly on my normal MetaTrader 5, and it will be sensing on all other accounts, and that's what I use to actually start the project of a raise to 1,000%. So I will have a master account that is $100 and I will be trading on it. And once I'm trading on it, it will be reflecting on all those accounts that I'm managing. Once it's reflecting, all I just need to do is to keep trading on the $100 account. Though I will be removing the money and I will maintain $100 in the account every day rather, so that once I turn 100 to 200, the $200 I turn to 400. When I turn again, I remove the $100 away from that, and I turn 100 again to 200. The 400 will turn again to 800. If I remove the $100 and I have 100 and I turn the 100 again to 200, the 800 will move to 1006. So that is the concept of what I'm also using, and that is exactly what I do. Okay, so you need to understand that you don't really need a PC this day, this age again, to actually do things. You can do it with your phone, and in fact, you don't have to carry a very big phone. You don't have to carry a big phone that do a lot of functionality. Let the phone have internet connection. Let it have space to install the remote desktop. You are good to go. As simple as that. So if you have any challenge, you can ask me, and I will be free and I'll be available to respond to you. Okay. Thank you. Peace out. Now, for those who are asking, and I will say this and I will reiterate again, the EA, I'm giving it out for just $50 to my people. I don't supposed to give it out, but I'm giving it out to you guys because, okay, it is easier to, as a family, to actually share it within ourselves like that. Okay. And I can't give to people who are not serious about it. I have to give it to people who are serious, and that's why I'm charging the normal $50. So instead of you going to the guy to pay $100 to him, so you get $50, and any future update that he does, I will give it to you. Okay, so I'm giving it out for $50, so there's nothing less. So there's no way you can ask me for anything less. I can't do it anything less if you want to get it. Now, for the account management category, you need to understand this. I said this, and many people might felt offended about it. I need to say this and reiterate and say it again and again. When it comes to the concept of account management, before you actually blame people that manage your account, sit down and do calculation on the account size that you bring to them. So let's say you bring an account of $200. Now, there is no way you expect somebody who is managing your account on a $200 account to do the full proper risk management. Now, what I always explain, which people don't want to hear it, but that's the truth, is that let's assume that I want to do 5% risk on this account. That means I will be risking $5. I will be risking $10. Now, let's say the risk to reward is 1 to 3. I'll be risking $10 to make $30. Now, let's say in a whole of 2 days, or probably a day, let's even say a day, that I took a trade and I make $30 on your account, on the $200 account, and the trade, another opportunity did not come until about after 3 or 4 days, close to a week. On a $200 account, I made just $30. To you, you're satisfied that, well, little progress is okay. But remember, I'm doing it as a business. I'm awake for you maybe throughout the whole night. Now, all for me to trade to make $30 on your account to get $15, think about how much it's going to cost me to actually stay awake, how much it cost me to actually set my system up and everything like that. So if you do all the calculation, you will realize that I can't do this. Even though I wish I could, naturally, I will not be able to do that. And because of that, everybody that you see in account management, we have to increase the risk. Now, increasing the risk to maybe 30%, 20%, so that we can actually look for high probability trade for you to actually make money. And some people don't even help the matter. They want, the moment they give you an account of $100, the first thing they ask you is that how long will it take you to double it? If you are so concerned about how long it's going to take you to double it, so if they lose the money, you shouldn't actually feel embarrassed, because what you should ask is, how secure is my money? Now, if you ask how secure is your money, they will be able to work things out for you. If it's going to be possible for you, proper security of your money, it may take time to make money on it, and what they can do, probably they will charge you upfront fee, which many people don't want to pay also. Now, Understanding this, you need to understand that, and that is why we always say that, okay, but let's say you have $1,000 accounts and you want security of your accounts. Let's say I even take 10% risk on $1,000. That's 100, right? And I can't be stupid not to actually see a potential reward of 300 to 400. Now, let's say I make $300 in a week on your account. That's cool. That's okay on $1,000 account. My share is 150. 150 can pay for my subscription, and since it's not only you that will come into the account management, so I can still take 150 from you. So you need to understand. So when you're coming with a small account size, I always tell people, let it be accounts that you know you can risk. There's no how much I want to promise you. The truth is that the odds are not so much in your favor. That is just the truth. If you have a small account, it is not that I don't want to help. But the horde naturally is not in the favor of somebody with a small account size. And that is why you have to weigh it very well when you are coming to account management. Account management should be alternative, maybe because you are not available to actually trade by yourself, that you cannot pay for VIP signals. Then you just like, okay, I know that everything is risky, let me put this little amount inside. So when you're coming with little like that, you can actually be ready to lose it. And I always say this, what if you trade by yourself and lose it? So, but they have a better O than you. That is, you believe they know more than you. The only thing is that the risk is still a little bit high. And that is fine and good. So if they lose your money, it should not be the next thing that will project you to start saying that they are scam, they are this, they are that. People that give them a bigger account probably may not experience the same thing that you are experiencing. Most of the people that are not so hungry about profit, that tell them, okay, if you make little, it's okay. As in, they will say they will have a better experience, and you'll be feeling like maybe you just decided to just blow your money because it's small. It did not intentionally do it. It does it because that is what the market did to it, not him. So please understand that concept. And because of that, we decided to divide our account management into two. Now, I'll focus completely on the second category. That's me, I focus on. You know me, the category 2, I trade only volatility 100. Now, volatility 100 is what I trade, and I try to take your account in a week to 1,000% to 3,000%. To be realistic with you, the last week that I did was bad. Now, I must be frank. The reason why it was bad was because my copier had issue, and it took me time to fix the copier. And I have ran the check with the copier during the weekend, and I can see that it's fixed and it's ready to go. So the copier had issue, and it is 1,000 to 3,000%, and I can't start from $200, and I charge an upfront fee of $50. Now, if I blow your money, then I will return back to this $50. It may not be immediately, but I will return back this $50 back to you. Okay? That is for sure. I am very, very certain about that. Now, the second category is actually with 30% risk. There is no charges. You don't pay any upfront fee. Okay, the second category 1. I mean category 1 now. It's supposed to be the first category. The category 1 comes with 30% risk. The accounts can come in from $100. And this one, there is no time frame. The previous one, there is a time frame. You have to bring the account. Like, I can still collect accounts today because I've not started trading. Volatility 100 has dropped as it has sold. And I know the market is still going to sell more, but I would prefer that I see a better correction before I start trading. So I can still take accounts today. So now, the second category is actually with the first category is 30% risk. And your account can be from $100. You're not paying an upfront charges. Now, that does not guarantee you 1,000% to 3,000 in a week. So you don't ask me how long it takes us to trade. I don't know. We just look at the setup of the market and look at high probability trade that can put a lower risk on your account. So this one will be looking for high probability trade, majorly swing and day trading. So we don't actually scalp here. The first one I mentioned, the volatility 100 category, I scalp. I'm the one who trade that alone, and I scalp only volatility 100, nothing else. Now this category trade every pair except boom and crash, okay? But it do either is a swing trade or a day trading. It doesn't scalp. So you look for high probability trade. That's when they trade. So you can give us an account on Monday and we may not trade for the whole of the week if we did not see opportunity. But we might trade if we see opportunity on that. And that's expose your account to 30% risk, which you will bear. Now, for people that knows that they don't have high taste for risk, even if you are bringing a very big account, okay, the only thing that we do for which is not in the two categories is actually that, okay, if you are coming with account from $5,000 in the synthetic area, we can reduce the risk of that category one, which is 30% risk naturally. And we said that we actually focus on swing trading and day trading. We can actually reduce the risk drastically for you to 5%, so that if worst case scenario we lose on your account, we are not losing more than $250. Yes, am I right? 5%, $500 will be 10%. Yes, $250 of your $5,000 account. Okay, so that we can reduce the risk down and we can focus on, instead of day trading, we don't really look at day trading most time. We look at swing and position trading, so that you can actually be looking at in a month, probably between 30% to 100% of your account. Now, if there is good setup, if there is no setup, there won't be any reason to rush. We will not really rush your account, because remember, we are taking lesser risk. So we are taking like 2% risk in a trade. So if we're taking 2% risk in a trade and possibly we take like 4 trades in a month, so it's just like we can't lose the whole account and the whole trades. Okay, so let's say we lose few trades, maybe out of 4 trades we lose 2, we win 2. That will be exposing your account to just 4% risk, and the reward will still be, at least, since it's going to be a swing position, it's going to be a risk reward of at least 1 to 5 to 1 to 10. So meaning that if we are risking on your account 2% in a singular trade, we are looking forward to either make around 10-20% in just one trade, just like that. And for a week, a month, it's possible to actually get between 30% to 100% to reduce the risk drastically on your account. So what I mean is that if you're somebody who did not want a high risk, it's better to actually have a reasonable amount of money in your account to go for a very low risk. But if you don't have that much, you can still go for 30% risk, which is okay. I will not advise that you go for the 100% absolute risk, which you pay $50 upfront fee if all you have is what you are putting in. But if you are somebody who know that, okay, I'm putting this in, I can afford to risk it. So you can put $1,000, you can put $200, you can put $500. But I will not advise anything above $1,000, because even if you have $1,000, I will tell you to split it into multiple accounts, and I will charge you just $50. So you're going to put it in 2 accounts, which you can open up to 4 accounts with synthetic. So you put it in 2 accounts, $500 in each account when you're sending to me, so that I will not exceed the volume at a point, because the max volume of volatility 100 is 50, so it can't exceed 50. And if at the time, by the reason of compounding profits, I want to trade and my position is exceeding 50, your account will only trade 50. It will not add more, you just trade 50, making it not to reach the expected target. So that's why we ask people to split the account into multiple accounts. So it depends on your risk taste. Go for what you can risk. I understand that Forex is risky. Don't actually think that Forex space is actually a quick way to make money, and you are just scanning through YouTube for somebody that will make you a millionaire overnight without you working for it. Let's be realistic. There's nothing like that in any business of the world. Any person that is very greedy about gain, that it is not ready for the risk in it, most time they are the one that suffer losses. Most time they are the one. So please understand this. I love you all, I respect you all, and sincerely I cherish you. Thank you very much for staying through. If you've stayed so far to watch this and you understand, give the video a thumbs up, and you can reach out to me for any category you would like for account management. We are open to you. And if you want to take our signal is $100 monthly. And for now, there's no training. I'm not training for now. There's no anything like mentorship for now. So till the time I'm actually available and free to take that, I will be posting anything related to trading and mentorship. Thank you very much.